Muhammadu Buhari is once again embarking on the London trip. But this time around, it is official as he's going to meet with some other, people in the United Kingdom to discuss about about progress for Africa. But maybe by the side, he might decide to go to the hospital like he normally does. Buhari decided to call in an emergency meeting of service chiefs before going to the United Kingdom. President Muhammadu Buhari on Friday, which is today, 17th January 1st, 2020, called the nation's service chiefs ahead of his scheduled trip to the United Kingdom. President met with the security chiefs at the presidential villa in Abuja, the nation's capital. The Minister of Defense, Major General Bashar Magashi, retired, led the service chiefs to the meeting, which had the Chief of Defense Staff, General Bayobi Olonisakin, in attendance. Also present were the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Brutai, Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiki Abubakar, and Chief of Naval Staff, Ibok Ekwe Ibas. Others included is the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Muhammad Adamu, and the Director General of the Department of State Service, DSS, Yusuf Bichi. Although details of the meeting have yet to be ascertained, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Mr. Boss Mustafa, was also present. President Buhari is expected to travel to London after the meeting to participate in the inaugural UK Africa Investment Summit scheduled for Monday next week. According to the organizers, the event, hosted by the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, will bring together African leaders, international business chief executives, and heads of international organizations to create a new partnership that will deliver more investments and jobs to the benefit of people and businesses in African countries and the United Kingdom. Now, if you look at this is not the first time that Buhari will call in the chief of staff or probably security officials, agencies, and heads together to talk to them. But as a result of the insecurity in the country and the creation of Amotekun is actually shaking the presidency right now, as they expected and they felt that the western part of Nigeria will keep quiet. They know what it is already, that it takes the southwest of Nigeria to speak, to act, then everything will dissolve and everybody will sit tight and will know where we are heading to. Most of the times they will say certain words as a result of what happened during the civil war to the southeastern part of Nigeria. They want to look at them as, oh, you are the troublemaker, you want to break the country, you want to dissolve the country, it's better we stay together and all of that. But when you look at it, why should Nigeria exist? Why should it stay together as Nigeria? Even the name is a disgrace. So President Buhari is actually calling them, from my own personal opinion. Of course, he's not going to call them to discuss about their health. He's not going to call them to discuss about any other thing apart from how they can tie up the nooks and cranny of Nigeria when he's over there in the United Kingdom, so that they can keep and tie things down for him, because he knows that the new outfit is actually, the Amotekun is really standing firm. The governors have already decided, and they said a child that has been born cannot be aborted, meaning there's no going back. The Ariel Nokanka for Gani Adams has sent a letter to Malabi. Is the Minister of Justice and also the advisor to the government when it comes to the issues of law. He was told that you do not create law, you're only a representative, and the court is the final place where decisions are made. For now, we have the organization and nothing is going to stop this. So he has called on all of this security heads, he has called on the service chiefs, he has called on the defense staff, he has called on all of them together to discuss definitely about the security of Nigeria. The security that they have decided not to do much about. Look at what is happening in the northeastern part of Nigeria. Boko Haram and the rest of these terrorists, it's becoming a menace. Rather than them decimating them and crushing Boko Haram is even too strong. now that they cannot stay in a group as Boko Haram. They've decided to have another group called ISWAP, and soon they will have more factions. And the bigger, the more these factions are created by these people, the stronger and complex they become and reckless. So for me, I think if state police cannot be allowed as a result of the excesses probably of some governors, as we see that many of these governors are not humans. They are animals in human skin, and their mindset and their thoughts is just to oppress. If they are given such opportunities, maybe who knows what they could do, as we can even see what many of them are even doing right now when they do not have the total authority or control of the police force. Somehow they still make use and muscle on other people using the police, that the police aids and the security that the federal government has provided for them. We see what they do in all part. That's not to say that the federal government does not take advantage of people too, but just imagine how much it will become, what it will become at the end of the day. Either the meeting is called for a much more tighter security, not for the people, but for themselves, for their own personal interests. I'm talking of the presidency and the rest of these politicians, so as to shut down people from protesting or people from saying their minds. That's just what it is. If not, what has been happening all this while? Why is it that terrorism in the northern part of Nigeria has not been shut down? Yet some might say that terrorism is a global challenge, which is true, and many countries have not been able to shut down terrorism because it is so complex that they make use of human shield, meaning they hide in between people that are not terrorists to perpetrate their act. But it is very clear that the people in the northern part of Nigeria, they've said it most of the times, even their governors, that the Boko Haram terrorists know us and we know them, meaning they can actually point to which family, which person. And Sambisa Forest, for crying out loud, it doesn't contain it doesn't contain normal citizens. These people just decide to go into that bush, into that forest, to hide and perpetrate their harms, not because they are not even moving around. Like I said, they use human shield. So I believe that aside the general threat to the northern part of Nigeria, where terrorism is on the high rise, what about the Fulani bandits? Is this meeting called so that they can tackle this also? Because when you cry and shout and scream that a specific group or region should not create a form of security for themselves and leave themselves at the mercy of your own slackness, of your own wickedness, and you think that they will keep quiet and allow you to allow you to just do what you like, and allow your people or people from your own region that you have seen that are committing havoc, and you keep quiet about it. It's only once after a very long time that Buhari said, when you meet or see this terrorist or meet any of these bandits or whatever, shoot them and go home. It took a very long time, and afterwards he hasn't said anything. We are talking of a president that needs to be proactive, but is somebody that is selective when it comes to how he responds to certain things. Although right now he has not said word for word anything as regards about Tekun. Of course, he's not going to say anything. And the people that we expect to also speak and support this, people like Tinubu and the rest of them, some of them are not speaking because they are only interested in looking at that political part of their own life. That's all what they look at. They don't care about anything else. So let us see what will come out of this emergency meeting that Buhari has called. And let's see if this is going to turn into an issue whereby the military personnel, police, DSS, SSS, the rest of this crew, and all of them will begin to attack the Amotekuns, or begin to attack any other security outfit that is out there to protect, since they have slacked, since they are not performing their own duty, since they have dropped, since they are not keeping up to the requirement or what people expected of them any longer. So people will have to come up with their own security outfits so as to protect themselves. Now there are some few talks right out there that the new security outfit is going to end up to become a terrorist group just like Boko Haram. Boko Haram has never been a security outfit. Boko Haram is simply a terrorist, and there's no other name that we can actually use to kind of assuage them or kind of color it or cover it. Boko Haram is a terrorist group. They have no clear-cut ideology. They are not fighting for the masses. They are not fighting for nothing. They are just evil blood suckers, unlike Amotekun and the new groups that are coming up soon. Well, maybe this is going to be the end of Nigeria anyway, as it seems that a lot of things are happening behind the scene. But then let's see if they're going to come up with their politics and all of those, packages that they run every time here and there. So guys, that's just what it is for now. Well, what's your own opinion about this emergency meeting that Buhari has just called as he's about to embark on the trip? Is he just receiving briefing from them, or is actually briefing them or giving them instructions, if I might say, giving them instructions on what to do whilst he's out? Maybe he's going to just tell them, you know what, before I come back from United Kingdom, make sure that all these new groups that are coming up are disbanded. But the same group called Isba is in the northern part of Nigeria. They are Sharia police. They are security personnel in the northern part of Nigeria. We never heard about anything. There wasn't any bone of contention. Everything was so quiet. They have different groups in the northern part of Nigeria. Then all of a sudden, people are now standing up to create a group to secure themselves. The southeastern part of Nigeria, there are still some issues here and there, as they've not concluded to have one unified group rather than having different kinds of group, like a divided house. That's what we are seeing being played. The Enugu governor, Anambra governor, the rest of every one of them, they are not just in line. They are not together. Collectiveness. That is how you are able to secure, rather than all of them being, playing kind of game with the lives of the citizens and properties. So this meeting definitely is a meeting for the presidency to deal with these new security outfits. That is my own take about, but maybe it's a different thing. We'll find out. So that's what it is for now. If you're not a member of this channel, let us grow together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It will alert you whenever videos are uploaded. Thanks for stopping by.